Black Box Radio. We're in studio. Black Box Radio, we're in studio. We got Chef DAE in the house. And she's from Baltimore. And she cooks a lot of food. And she's lit.
You know, I feel like we sat here, we did a whole pre-interview and didn't get nothing.
Well, we gonna get something now.
I mean,
We didn't
she
get no prep.
has the
Look at-
headline.
Look, it's a blank page of it that we've been seeing here for
No,
15,
I got some things in my head.
10 minutes straight
Shit,
talking.
I am good with
Supposed
you.
to be getting set up.
So we're gonna, first of all, we wanna learn about you, per se.
Okay.
Who you are just as a person, not what you do. We know you cook.
Right.
And we're gonna talk about how you segue into that. So you're from Baltimore.
Yes.
Okay. And so who is Chef DAE?
Chef DAE. I'm a mom.
Okay.
I like to have fun,
Okay.
and I'm really serious. Like I'm like real into myself. I can say that.
I like it. All right. And you grew up in Baltimore.
I definitely did grow up in Baltimore
Okay.
City.
What school? What side? What schools? Rep your, you gotta
I
rep be
grew
more.
up in West
Rep it.
Baltimore. I graduated from Francis and Wood, an alternative school.
Okay.
I have a history of being a little bad kid.
This is why we interview.
Definitely.
Because alternative just sparked it. Okay.
Of course, like
So alternative. So you graduated from an alternative school
I
because
did.
you was too good for the regular school, right?
No. I mean, when you say it like that, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I don't want nobody to be confused. If you
Okay.
don't know what alternative is,
Yeah. What's alternative?
that means that's your last option.
Really?
Yeah, alternative be your last option.
Okay. So what did you do in school to get you to alternative? How did that work?
I failed. I wasn't going to school.
Really?
And my attendance was so bad that it was like the school that I was in was like, if you don't come to school, you're going to be left behind again.
Oh.
And my aunt ended up putting me in a situation. It was like, well, if we put her in an alternative school, she can stay in her grade level and, she can graduate on time. Well, at that time it was on time, but not 2 years behind. So it was like, I'm
would
going
have
to
been
take the
2
option.
years.
Exactly.
Wow.
Because I had missed that many days.
Really?
I hated school.
Doing what?
All caps.
What were you doing, sis?
Home.
Home? Really?
Watching the
serious.
stories.
watching the story. So, sis, you said you didn't go at all,
Nope. I did not.
and you
like
were
school.
home.
Chilling.
Between home.
So nobody at
outside.
home knew you was home.
Sometimes they didn't.
Really?
Because
They go to
between
work.
them working.
And you knew what you was doing.
Yeah.
Hold on. Did you get up like you were gonna go and play the role and then?
Yeah.
You did.
I played a lot of clown games.
So you just got up, got ready, had your book
Right.
bag and everything.
And came right back.
Yep. I would find things to do until time went past. I was
Really?
not.
You
I
didn't
was
have no
not a school
partners in
person.
crime, just you?
Nope, just me.
You did this by yourself.
You got to do
Yeah.
your dirt on your lonely.
I love
can't-
it.
Yeah, I did.
You
it
stood alone.
I
Because
did.
see, I always look for a partner in my stuff.
And that's how you get
I
messed
didn't
up.
be.
That's how you get the game messed
Right.
up.
I didn't start partnering up with people until I got in the alternative school.
Because they
Because
all.
they're all.
There you go. But the
I love
sad
it.
part is, when I got in that school, I liked going to school then.
Right, because you had y'all. You,
Because y'all
I went
always
to school.
alternative.
Exactly. I went to school. It was fun. it was fun.
The right place to be now.
There you go,
So what is the difference? This is amazing because I don't know anyone who's been to alternative school. So I want to. What is the difference from a structured public school to alternative school that make you like it and did not like public school? What's the difference? The people.
It was the people. They were
Okay.
funner.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you was probably in a school with a lot of creatives. That's my word.
right.
Yeah, with a lot of because usually times when you're a creator or you're a person who's different, you don't fit in school.
There you go. And I didn't know that then.
You didn't know that because I was the same way.
Exactly.
Yeah, I did not
so
fit in school
I'm
very
going
well.
to school with people who had personality. Most of the time when you go to school, you're so focused on the bookwork
Mm-hmm.
that you don't think about what's
Like the
going on around
relationships.
you.
Okay, got it. So you weren't a personable person that liked people. Or is that what you're saying? Because you said they had personality. So you didn't have
Yeah.
no personality. Sis?
Not as much.
Really?
I would.
So
would
you're more
fit
into
in.
yourself.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I would say, I sit around and I watch things.
Got it.
A
Are you quiet?
little.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very observant.
Very observant.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you observe that pound cake over there?
You keep trying to pound cake, Mark. I'm being real good right now,
Who's
Mark.
Mark?
My trainer.
Oh, you have a train. That's
Yeah,
what's up, Mark.
yeah.
Listen, Mark, I'm giving it to it. It's Pound Cake Radio.
Yeah, it's the only
So,
way.
and
I
I
was
love
gonna
it.
get down.
She has not even looked over there. She's looking the other way.
Nah.
Mark's doing his job.
Yeah.
Real talk. I believe the power kick because I see your face. So, okay, the alternative school, that's amazing. So you like school and you finally went to school.
Finally went to school. I went to school every day. Every day.
You went from the stories to going to school every day.
And I liked it because it was entertaining. You have people who, it was just like, I went to school early 2000s, but it reminded me of the 90s. You have people that are bouncing off walls, cracking jokes on one another, cracking jokes on teachers. So it was really entertaining.
Fun. Okay, got it.
But then you had, my principal, Miss Seaton was very, very, very stern on like me and 3 other girls. She didn't play with us. Like, you all are getting out of here on time. And
she probably saw your potential.
Exactly. Miss West, she was definitely a teacher. You couldn't walk across our threshold playing. It stops in that hallway.
So the alternative needed that, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they knew you're hiding something. And that's what she would tell me. And I'd be looking at her like, I'm not hiding nothing from you. And she was like, you are. And the way that you're hiding it, you do it with cracking jokes. You do it with not paying attention. And whatever it is that you're hiding it for a reason. And at that time, I didn't understand what she was saying because I'm like, lady, I'm trying to get these credits and get the hell out of the school.
But she said she knew what she was talking about.
Exactly. I learned so much from that woman because some people, they see through you. They don't look past you. Mm-hmm. And she was one of them. Like, she really, I would play with a lot of people, but when it came to her, I was straight up.
That's what's up. You need that.
Definitely.
Listen.
And a lot of times it only takes one teacher or one administrator. Or there's a lot of times it's just that one person that can turn things around for you.
Sure, and because they really see you, you know, and that's what it is. They really tune into you, and probably that's I guess alternative school works because then you graduated.
It worked. I graduated.
It worked for Chef Day.
I graduated. I wouldn't say I graduated with honors or nothing like that. I'd be lying to you.
but
they did their part to get me across the stage.
Excellent.
They did their part, and when you leave high school, that real world smack you real hard. Like it was like, it was like cast iron smack because you come from playing to your mother looking at you like it's time for you to go to work. And you stay sitting there like, I just finished doing work. And she like, it's not the same work.
Real work.
It's time for you to go to work.
Money work.
It took me a long time to grasp that concept.
How long?
A while.
Really?
A while.
So what did you do with your graduated high school? Mm-hmm. So what was your transition from high school? What did you do? Did you go to college? Did you go to cook?
I went to school. I went to school to become a pharmacy technician. That's how you know I didn't take it serious because I just said no, and I actually went. I went to school to become a pharmacy technician at Allstate.
Okay. Did you like that?
It was something to do.
Something to do, okay.
And get my mom off my back. But
that's real talk right there.
That, I didn't take it serious at all.
Okay.
I just did it thinking that, it was going to fill a void, and it didn't.
It's going to give you a job.
Exactly.
Yes. Did you actually work in it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yep. Okay. Not long. Not long. Keep reading all of those bottles, the little labeling.
That wasn't for you?
You was like, man, I'm going to get somebody killed out here.
That was my biggest fear.
Really?
Me giving someone one medicine. Thank God you have a pharmacist over top of you because I know I pulled them wrong things off the shelf a couple times.
And so the pharmacist was able to catch it.
Yeah.
That's their job.
But I knew, nope, the shoe don't fit.
Okay, so then what we do next then? Because that shoe now we're fitting.
There was a lot of shoes not fitting.
Oh, so you went through this transition.
I went through
so how we get to food?
Transition.
How did food come? Because you eat. You've been eating since you've been living. So
of course.
Cooking. Did you learn to cook with your mom? How did this happen?
When I was growing up, I ended up living with my sister's aunts, but they are my aunts.
Gotcha.
But I want to make sure I'm explaining it correctly.
Sure.
While living with them, I started seeing things that I didn't see. And this is what goes back to me being a child. Mm-hmm. One of them cooked for fun. She just loved to cook. And I would watch, her make phone calls and say, girl, I cook such and such. And then people would just start coming over and you would see how people fill a room up with...
For food?
Yeah, for food.
Really?
So me growing up watching that, I would sit there and be like, this is what bring people together. And then when I would go to the other one house, she knew more about food because she studied it. She went to cooking school. She had, cooking jobs. So I started learning. So one
knew like the theory.
Exactly.
And one was doing it for fun.
Exactly.
Got it.
She just really loved to cook. That was her thing. And then the one that knew, the theory of it, she read recipes. I learned from her, she would put a recipe in front of me at a time I didn't know how to read a recipe. And she would walk me through it. And then once again, I didn't understand it until I became of age to really understand what she was like trying to explain to me.
Sure.
And I would study everything that she would do. I would watch her,
So she was a chef?
Yes.
Got it. So she was a chef.
Yes.
Okay.
Around the time when I really would watch her, it was just something about her personality and how she would transition to when it was time to cook something. The excitement she would have, you would see a star in this person's face. And I would say to myself, I want whatever that is. And that was my mentality.
You saw her transform.
Exactly. She had children, but it was something about when the children died down, the children was outside, I would go and be up underneath her when she would cook something.
Got it.
And it was just like, whatever this is that's making her excited like this or putting a smile on her face, once the cake finished rising, she would be staring at this cake like it was a flower. And you're looking at her like, it's just a cake.
She really loved it.
She really loved it. I put those two things together. And it was like, I want, what my first aunt had, and that was giving people laughter,
the fun.
The fun. And then my other aunt, to learn the theory of how to really make a recipe, how to read a recipe, and just enjoy more of doing different things. She would always experiment with things.
And then people came over, so you saw how happy people were.
Exactly.
You saw a lot of things. It was a community around cooking.
Exactly.
They would show up when her pot was hot.
Exactly.
So, okay. And then the theory, she taught you recipes. She taught you the breakdown.
There you go.
That's excellent. So then when did Chef Day say, listen, I'm going to cook? When did that happen? How did that happen? When did that happen?
The jobs was driving me crazy. It was like, leave one job, leave the next job, leave the next job. It just was like I wasn't sticking to nothing. And I had like really went through like a really depressing time in my life. I mean, dark.
Really?
Like now I can say it, but when you're in it, you don't know you're in it.
You're right.
So it was real depressing. My son was around like 1 or 2.
Okay.
And
he's a little boy.
Once, my mom like was on me like hot grits. She just would not let it up. Like, you need to do something. You need to make money. I ended up getting a job down at the stadium. And I remember going for the interview. I remember how depressed I was. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm just coming to get a job so that my mother can leave me alone.
So your mother was not playing. She was like, listen, you're going to work up in here.
I'm trying to tell you. It was not a game.
She's a black mother.
Yeah.
Like, listen, you're going to work. You got this baby up in here.
Yeah.
We need some cash.
Definitely.
So you knew you had to do something.
Exactly.
I love it.
So when I went on a job interview, I sat there for a while. And when they came to interview me, everything that I didn't know I was going to say ended up coming out. And I explained to them, the only thing that I enjoy doing is cooking. And at this time, I did not have the technique of what I have now. I just knew how to cut a pan on and make sure it was done.
You was real raw.
Real raw.
Okay.
It was bad. So, being as though, I convinced him that this was something I wanted to do in my life, he gave me an opportunity without knowing no background and nothing.
Really?
Nothing. When he gave me the opportunity, I didn't take it serious. I didn't.
You were young.
I was young.
Really
I didn't
young.
take it serious.
So he gave you the opportunity. Now let's talk about the opportunity. The opportunity was what, like a chef assistant or?
Nope. I was just a cook.
Just a cook.
Just a cook.
And cooking for?
I was down at the stadium, on the 4th floor. They do the cooking for the suites.
Also, you cooking for the
Oreo
people.
Stadium.
Yeah. So you cooking for the suites. So those suites are expensive.
It was a whole entire team though, and you're just in the mix.
You're of the team, but you're cooking for people who are paying a lot to see these games. So the food has to be of quality. That's what I'm saying. There we go. Because they don't play with them suites.
Nope, and I found that out.
And you found that out really good, right? Mm-hmm. Don't play with that food.
Yep, I found out so bad that they kept moving me. So
what do you mean by moving you?
I left from the 4th floor. I went to a cafe.
Got it.
The guy who was running the cafe at that time said he couldn't deal with me. And it was either from one spot to the second one.
But they didn't fire you.
In my last spot, this is where, the story started to get interesting.
To go down.
The last spot they sent me to, it was once again, mentally, I wasn't there. It was just, I'm just here because my mother said I need a job.
That was the only thing you was focusing on. And missing your daggone blessings.
Yep, exactly. And we're going to get to that.
Yeah, we're going to get to that.
I finally get to this last floor. It's the catering floor.
Sure.
I get there, once again, attitude terrible. I'm just here because my mother said I need a job. And
so you recognize you had a bad attitude?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are like, I was good.
No.
Okay, so you had a nasty one.
Dead serious. I finally get to this floor.
Okay.
And this is a different type of floor. It's strict. When I say strict, I mean strict. You couldn't cough without them. What are you coughing for?
Really?
What? I didn't take it serious because it was a ballpark. You're not thinking.
Making money down
I'm trying to tell you,
and they ain't playing.
Right. So, in out of all the other floors, this one is their baby. Ooh. Other than the restaurant.
So can you tell me what that means by what kind of floor was this to?
Catering?
Cooking for like the owners? I mean,
no, you're
so this
catering.
Was just catering.
Yeah, catering meaning weddings. These
mitzvahs, the money they're bringing in.
Big babies.
Yes, I get what you're saying.
Baby of the floor.
So they definitely they don't play with that.
They don't play.
Yeah, because they have events at the park that are not just games.
That's right, and that's ancillary money.
Right.
Yes, I get it. So you know what I'm talking about. Got it. So you was doing all those parties, the catering.
Yeah, but in the midst of that, a guy was working with me. He said to me, you know they trying to get rid of you, right? So instantly, I'm sitting there like, I'm doing everything now. I'm actually working now. And they want to get rid of me. And he was like, yeah, they just waiting for you to mess up one more time and they're going to fire you. So I looked at the guy, and I'm a competitive person. And it was like, they're not moving me again.
That's what you needed.
That's what I needed. So when I heard that, it was like something clicked on in my head. Like, Shorty, if you don't get this right, there is nowhere else to go. Because, you done did all this other stuff that you didn't want to do.
You're all the way up at the 4th floor. Now they're just going to push you off the building.
No, this was the 7th.
Oh, so you're on the 7th. She on the up. She really on
they
top.
Done moved me up.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So I finally...
You in the penthouse.
Get it together. And it was like the better I became, the more they kept pushing me.
The
better I became, the more they
kept
pushing me.
Yeah.
And one day, he pushed me so bad. This guy that was the sous chef at the time, this guy I know almost 7 feet. Big white guy.
Oh, he's a big guy.
Big white guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he pushed me to the point, I don't care who you are. Anybody who know me, they know I'm going to square up with you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And once again, this guy is really big. You got to look over top of your head to recognize him.
So he's tall.
He's tall.
Mm-hmm.
So this particular day, he pushed my buttons extremely bad. And he said something to me, and I remember running over to him and jumping in his face. I mean, jumping like,
that's a heck of a jump.
I forgot. I'm trying to tell you.
MJ jumping into 7 feet.
Right. And it was crazy because I zapped out so bad, the whole floor stopped. And everybody got to looking at me because they wasn't, used to that. I had an attitude, but you didn't hear me going around running my mouth. So it shocked everybody. Mm-hmm. And I walked off the floor. Really? At that point, I just didn't care no more.
You left the penthouse, sis?
I did leave the penthouse. I walked out of the penthouse.
Okay.
And a part of me didn't want to go back. But my spirit, that next day, I went in there nervous.
Oh, you went back the next day?
Yeah, I went back the next day nervous.
So wait a minute. You walked out and did not go back?
No. Oh, I went home.
Left.
I went home.
She loved to go home, don't she, bro?
Yeah.
She
I
loved
went
to go
home.
home. She goes home when she
Yeah,
feels like
I
something.
went home.
Really? So then the next day.
The next day, I was nervous. I was nervous all the way until that elevator reached that floor, and then my confidence kicked in. Like, whatever happens, happens. I got on the floor.
That's
Everybody
an
seen me,
alternative.
and they bust out laughing.
Oh, when you walked in?
Yeah. So me, I'm looking like, what's so funny? The guy who faced I jumped in, he bust out laughing because he was like, your little small self jumped in my face. I didn't know I made you that mad. And I was looking at him like, you find this funny? I'm still like, somebody about to walk me back out the door. The joke about to really be on me.
Yeah, you was seething.
Come on, Miss Sophia.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Love it.
I was definitely like the response that I got, I didn't get.
You didn't know it would be laughter.
I didn't know.
Right.
After
so
that.
it really wasn't a big deal to them.
No.
So it was a big deal to you.
It was.
Really?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. The kitchen is a dark place.
Man.
Like, there's a lot of dark humor in the kitchen.
Well, you know what? I forgot you're a cook.
Yeah.
So you guys really
Yeah,
have some things in common.
Yeah, it's dark humor in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's not. It's can get really heated.
But is it personal? Can it get real personal?
But at the end of the shift, it's over.
Oh, that's just while you're working.
Because it's high pressure. It's high pressure. So everybody got knives back there.
Mm-hmm.
That's something to think about.
Yeah.
Something can really kick off in the kitchen and
Trying to
people
tell you,
can
it's a
die.
lot of knives.
There's a lot of weapons.
It's a lot of
a
weapons.
pot. You can hit
There you
somebody
go.
with a big
Hot
hot water.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
So you got to be able to let off steam and not like take it. You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
Because if you're not able to, if you don't get that, then somebody's just going to get killed in the kitchen. Because it's just too dangerous in there to not be able to
It's so many
absorb
weapons
that.
in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The food is a weapon. It's hot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I never thought it. When you don't cook, you don't.
Because you made that hot grits reference.
Shit, that come at you, pulling skin off.
Trying to tell you.
Okay. So you came in, they was giggling.
Yeah, from that point on, it was smooth sailing. The guy was no longer a dick to me.
Yeah, the tension was broken. Yeah.
So you broke him down.
I did. And he became, you find out he's a teddy bear.
Really?
I end up finding out he's a teddy bear in real life. And then you start to learn that the pressure is on him, so the pressure has to be on us.
Got it.
His
was
chefs.
the
Exactly.
stress of getting it out.
It rolls downhill. So it's like, look, whatever he's doing to you, he's getting it 10 times worse.
Exactly. And he didn't tell me that until he got me by myself after that.
Sure.
So,
and then you're learning too. You're young.
Exactly.
You're learning. You're dealing with your attitude, your aptitude, and so now you're learning relationships.
There you go.
And so now we're growing.
Yep.
So I can hear some growth coming.
Yes.
So how long did you stay there? I mean, were you able to stay, or they had to move you to the 8th floor?
Nope.
That's out the stadium show.
Yep.
So you could stay.
Yeah, I had started taking it so serious because people started to talk to me at this point, telling me what I'm doing wrong. I'm really, this is where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
When the season stopped and it came back, I came back with more responsibilities because people leave from down there. They all don't come back.
Got it.
So whoever's there previously have the most experience. So now you're in a situation where you have to train the new people. And it's literally like...
So they have a high turnover because it stops.
Yes.
Work stops.
Right. Some people just really can't take it.
They can't take it.
No.
Got it.
So now you have me and probably like 3 other people that are over top of the new people. And I took the responsibility that they had handed to me. I took it serious for once. I took something serious.
Excellent.
And when it was given to... It wasn't given to me. I worked for it.
Sure.
Once they seen that I was, capable of doing it without them telling me to do it, because I found interest in it.
Yeah.
I started hearing jokes. They put
now
me
she
in the
can take
office.
a joke, G.
Right. Exactly. They put me in the office one day and the executive chef put me in there like, man, I remember you couldn't even slice bread. Now you're running this whole floor. And I was like, really? Slice bread?
And slice bread. I can slice some bread. Jesus.
Right.
Bro.
He was like, now look at you. And it was like, I took pride in it.
Yes.
And from there, it was like, all right, I was doing what I needed to do. The pressure became to be like, when they ask you to do something, it's like the stakes become high.
Sure.
And the pressure, like, I was going home with tense shoulders.
Really? It's
because
that serious?
a chef don't always, this particular chef don't always say nothing. You tell by his face if he's not dealing with you or if you're doing something
So you're
wrong.
learning to read movements.
Exactly.
It's a lot more in the kitchen because sometimes people don't talk. Wow, this is something. This is different. Okay, so this chef didn't even say his problem. He just give you a face.
Yep. You knew the only time you knew you was doing something right was when he talked to you. If he don't talk to you, you're doing something wrong. He just not gonna tell you you're doing something wrong.
He's just gonna ignore you.
Yep.
It's like you you're in my way now. You're messing up.
There we go.
Really?
So the better I became, the more he talked.
So you knew.
Yeah.
So that was affirmation.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're taking life seriously because you got a baby.
Yes.
And a mother who ain't playing.
There you go.
So how did she feel about this movement? Did she see? Was she happy? I mean, where was she? Because she was telling you had to work, sis.
Yeah, she got off my back. I mean, we went through things within the household, but I really felt like the cloud from over my head had finally released off of me.
Right, the depression had kind of lifted.
It was gone.
Because you had alternative. You've been going through a lot for a while.
It was nonstop, and it wasn't nobody's fault but mine.
Got it.
Because I couldn't figure out what it was that I liked, and I didn't take cooking serious until God had to sit me down and say, you know what you are capable of. You just gotta believe in it.
Believe in it. Okay.
And I didn't believe in it for a while. I didn't. And I didn't really believe in it until the next job that I had. I left that one and went to a more
So they didn't remove you.
No.
Just tell the family.
I left this one.
You didn't get kicked out.
You didn't storm out.
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't storm out of this
you didn't
one.
burn this bridge.
Yeah, I snuck out that door.
Okay.
They did not like it.
Okay, so they didn't really want you to leave.
No.
Really?
They did not like it. They, the things that I was hearing they were saying about me, it was a little, disappointed. But I had to do it for me because it was like, okay, I did that. Now it's time to move to something else.
Sure.
And it helps. It helped a lot. Now I'm put in a situation where I'm on a line. At first, I wasn't on a line.
Okay, now, we're not cooks.
Yeah, you were a line cook.
I became a line
not
cook.
cooks. So a line cook, tell us what line means. I mean, you cook. Because I really don't know what that means, actually.
Restaurant style.
Restaurant style. So you're cooking in a line. So it's other cooks.
There you go.
And you putting a plate
Different
together.
stations.
They might be doing pastry,
go.
sushi. Right. Okay, got it. So you were a line cook. So now you see everything.
Yeah, I was like a kid in a candy store.
Really?
I wanted to do everything, but I didn't have the experience to do everything. So the chef at that time, he was like, you got to slow down, Grasshopper. I'm going to put you here.
Right.
And then we're going to see.
Okay. You had to work your way up.
I had to
work these
my
veggies.
way up.
Work these veggies.
No, I started off on cold side.
Yeah, you got to start with cold. Yeah.
Yeah, salads and desserts.
Salads and
Really?
desserts.
So that's so when you're learning, that's usually where you start.
It's the easiest thing.
It's the hardest thing to mess up.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not adding any heat. So
you need to learn there.
Right. And then you get your knife skills up while you're there.
Yeah. I had already had my knife skills because you needed it at the other place.
Right.
Okay. But that's what a person knew would start.
Yeah.
So they threw it, Grasshopper?
Yep.
Cold?
Yep. I ended up
cold bar.
learning everything over there.
Okay.
I went to the chef and said, I'm ready to move up. He gave me a test. I passed the test. He moved me over.
So the test is like a food test, right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I had to,
what type of restaurant was it?
it was a steakhouse.
Okay.
I was able to run that station by myself.
That was the test.
That was the test.
Wow. And that's amazing.
When pressure was coming on, he would see I could handle it.
Sure.
So it was like, well, all right, you can handle that, but I'm about to put you somewhere else. So now I'm on the saute side.
Okay, that's heat.
Yeah, it's heat.
That's heat.
It's heat.
Yeah. So
but
you
I
said veggies.
studied it.
Okay.
I would stand there and I would watch these guys create these dishes. And then, I would flip-flop from each side. I would have somebody from there teach me whatever it was I needed to learn.
Sure.
And then it was a sous chef over there named Dre. He liked my work ethic. So anything I wanted to learn, move out the way. She's coming over here.
Got it.
That made tension in the kitchen.
but that helped.
Right.
That
but
helped you.
it definitely did.
Mm-hmm.
When I moved over there, the guys wasn't too happy.
Mm.
They wanted to know why everybody ain't stayed where they got hired at.
Oh, so it's gender stuff going on in the kitchen. Really?
I was the only girl online.
Oh, that's hard, sis. I don't care where you at. Only girl.
They're waiting for you to fail.
I'm trying to tell you, every day I walk through that door. So,
wow.
I now I got these people breathing down my neck.
Sure.
I got the chef watching me
And
because he know I couldn't do it.
And don't forget about your haters.
So,
got it.
They was disguised at the time. I had to learn,
They were smiling in your
There
face.
you go.
Because you were young then. You didn't know how.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
I
Low key setting you up.
there you go.
It's so easy to set somebody up in the kitchen with some raggedy prep.
So they're prepping raggedy and you gotta, ooh, that is not fair.
You'll come in there and you have half of what you need. You'll have
so they done touch
outdated
your
stuff.
Ooh, they're doing
Oh
that.
no,
in the
or
kitchen?
they just won't restock it.
They won't restock. They won't have the materials
That
or the ingredients prepped
start
in
your
advance
station.
to start your station. So then
So now you gotta come and do that.
now you're
and
running
get ready.
behind. Orders are coming in and you running behind.
Trying to prep.
Yeah, and then it's on you because
And you can't say, well, they didn't prep.
you can say it, but at that point,
It don't matter.
And that was what the chef of that kitchen liked about me. I didn't complain.
You just took it.
Yeah, I didn't have a choice because I was only girl.
Them boys was
They
gonna get you
expect
out of
you
there. Yes.
to complain.
And be
expected-
emotional.
Yeah, they expected it, so I didn't give it to them.
I love it.
And like I said, the chef seen something in me, and to them, they thought it was something sexual, but it wasn't anything sexual. He seen my work ethic.
Sure.
You know, like I said about my high school teacher, is some things people they see you, when you don't see you.
They lock into your spirit.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And to me personally, I can give him credit for that. He was giving me credit for things I didn't see at that time. I just thought, I was doing my job.
Beautiful.
Seriously. I just really thought, I was coming in here doing what I needed to do. And that was it.
And a lot of times when you've done it, or you like the chef, the head chef, I don't know how the hierarchy in the kitchen is, but when you're the person, the chef that's over everybody, you have been where you were. That chef has been at the beginning.
Right.
So he knew how he was in that space. And then he see how you're moving in the kitchen, like, wow, she got a little potential.
Exactly.
Because he's done it.
Right.
He's seen other people come in and failed.
yeah, game recognized game. You
All day long.
You can look at somebody to just kind of the way they move around the kitchen and tell if they really about that. Like you can tell
by their movement.
Yeah, you can tell just by their speed and just kind of the way that they are. It's muscle memory. So you can just tell by the way. a person
is it like how you set your station or your tools?
how you handle your knife, how you you aren't backtracking. You going, where all your stuff is. You set yourself up right. You can tell people who know how to work and people who are like flustered and confused.
That makes sense. So, like I said, the chef can see because he's done it. He's supervising.
Right. So
he looked at you and he saw potential.
He did. And then, like I said, I didn't know what I was capable of. I just was doing it because it was a job.
Mm-hmm.
I still wasn't in tune with my talent at all, even then.
Even then. Okay.
Nope. I just knew I liked it, and it was a job.
But you were learning, too.
I was.
And you were interested.
Exactly.
Those are new things for you.
Exactly. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm telling you, focused. You're showing up because you like to be home. I'm clear.
I did.
So I know all the things. So all of this is really, something's going on here.
Yep.
And you even knew it, right? Like, I like this because you'll go home on it in a minute.
Yep, I sure will. I will pack my stuff up.
We're so lucky to have you here.
Please, don't you dare pack up.
I'm trying to tell you.
You better stay with us. Yes. So, okay.
So we're clear now how big it is that you didn't leave. We're clear now.
See, before, I was like, oh, she's going to be outside. Mm-hmm. But now we see that was big for you to stay.
Yeah.
You goes home on a month.
I'm trying to tell you. I had started up the car.
I read it in her spirit as soon as I saw her, because she looked at me because she don't know who I am.
Yeah.
I read it in your spirit. It's like, she ain't happy.
These Africans. No. That's what she was like. These Africans got me.
It's close to my bedtime,
But but when you came in, it was all love,
Of course. I take opportunity very serious.
Yeah, this is because we've never had a young chef. I don't think we've had a chef at all.
No, we haven't had a chef.
You are
yet.
first.
Yes. Truth be told, I don't even like being called a chef.
What you want to be called?
I don't. I really wish I could use my name, but it's like, you got to be professional.
Okay.
You have to be professional. I'm learning that.
Well, that
You have to
introduces your
separate-
art.
Exactly.
You know, so
Exactly.
you know, you can't say cook. People like everybody cooks.
Exactly.
You know, the chef
Yeah.
puts the on it.
Exactly. It took me a while to accept that because the chefs that I knew, it was like I just felt like you needed so much experience to be a chef. But when you read the definition of a chef, a person who's able to run a kitchen.
Really? But really, it's more than that.
Yeah.
It's way more than that.
Yeah.
Because some people can run kitchens. That don't mean they're a chef.
Yeah.
Well, if you running it,
Not a real kitchen.
Well.
I'm talking about like my kitchen.
oh, you're not running the kitchen, you just cooking.
You know what I'm saying? You talking about a real kitchen
Yeah,
with lines.
I have the technique.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm learning. I'm still learning.
Mm-hmm.
You'll always be learning.
Exactly. I can.
As long as you care to. I quit learning because I quit caring to learn. I'm out.
Yeah.
But as long as you care to learn, I guess you're right. You will always learn. Do you miss like being in the kitchen?
No.
You don't. You don't.
No. Over the years, like as you are watching me, you start to learn yourself, and it took for me to once again to. I wouldn't say fail, but it was something that was missing. I started to feel like I'm outgrowing doing that. It's just not there. And then my spirit started doing this calling thing. You know, I had got to my last job. And this particular job, I literally I'm on my own now.
Oh.
I'm officially on my own now. Like every bill in the house, you know, got your name on it. So
mom is not saying you got to get a job. Them bills saying
exactly.
you got to get a I get it.
So
and you got a baby. You got a boy. Yes. Yeah.
So it was like I knew I could do it, but I wasn't confident in it. It was like, you know, if you can't pay these bills, you know, there won't be no working for yourself. So like I said, when the calling started, and I actually can tell the story now because at first I couldn't tell nobody what I actually really went through. So I've grown a lot.
I'm glad you were able to tell that.
Definitely. I started having these feelings. You know, I felt like something was pulling me in another direction when I was forcing myself to go to a job only to pay my bills.
Okay.
So.
And this is just like in the kitchen. That was your job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm just back to being a line cook.
Just cooking. Okay.
And this was my last and final job that I had.
Got it.
And this was in 2016.
Okay.
Yep, 2016. I want to say. At that time, you know, like I said, the calling started. Like you moving the wrong way. But you don't listen to it because you have bills to pay. You know, you don't know what your spirit is telling you
tell
because.
a call, can you hush?
How about that? Because that's what I was telling you.
I got to pay.
I got to pay these bills.
Stop playing.
These people, these folks calling me too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you the most. I got some stuff going on.
Exactly. So it was a lot. It was a lot of pressure on me too. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, it took for me to start losing things and realizing, you know, is it really worth it? You know, so something is happening in your life for a reason. You know, if you don't listen to it, it don't shut up. If you do listen to it, you lose things. Is it worth it? So I started letting stuff go. I couldn't take it no more. I lost my car. You know, I was without a car for a while. My boyfriend had a car, but I didn't have one. I lost my dignity.
Really?
Yeah, I went back to rock bottom. Right. I went back to, you know, he was paying the bills. And it was like, he supported me. Mm-hmm. He was willing to take on a responsibility.
Good boyfriend.
You know, he knew that I can do it, but I didn't have the confidence once again.
Really?
It's just, like I said, my spirit was calling me like, you know, you are assigned to do something. If you don't listen to it, it just would not shut up.
But was you working?
No.
So you had stopped working?
I stopped working.
So that's how you lost all your things?
Yeah. I started the beginning of that depression again, but I wouldn't allow myself to go back in it.
Good.
Because I know how dark it would get.
Yes.
So it was like, I had to figure, I had to figure it out quick.
Sure.
And when I figured it out, you know, I hit this guy up. He had a space.
Wait. What did you figure out?
Oh, in order for you to work for yourself, you need to find a way to make money.
Got it.
You can't just work for yourself and just sit around and figure out, you know, I went out on the limb.
Yes.
Broke and all.
So you needed an
income.
An income attached to what you like.
There you go.
Got it.
This guy I know, we grew up with his kid's mom, and he had a barbershop. And in this barbershop, every time I would take my son to get his haircut, I would realize they would have like this small kitchen in there.
Wait a minute, they had a kitchen in the barbershop?
They had a kitchen in the barbershop.
I love it.
Yep. So I hit on one day and I said, how you feel about me coming over there and cook? Because before I did that, I was just selling like random things just to make money.
So you were just selling food?
Yep.
Like dinners?
Not even dinners at this time.
I'm just saying like women sell dinners, but you were just selling food.
Yep. I had...
wow, you was hustling.
I did everything. I created my own juice and was selling juice out of the trunk of my car. Seriously. Me and my little cousin, I was selling just random
Gee, we got a new tropical mango
juice.
coming through the house.
I'm trying to tell you, I was selling...
Tropicana, you're fired. We got a new juice coming up in here.
I was selling juice.
So you were selling, you made a juice.
Juice out of the trunk of my car the summer of 2016.
So you was hustling.
If I could do it, I was selling it. Exactly like that. I had to find a way to make money.
I hear you. I hear you. This is how resourceful.
Exactly.
Survival is the most resourceful place.
Exactly. I wasn't even thinking. Like I said, if I came up with the idea, I found a way to sell it.
So you asked old boy if you could cook in the barbershop.
He gave me the
opportunity.
opportunity.
They doing a fade?
Yeah, while he was doing a fade. They was doing fades. They was doing bump and curls, braids.
And you was getting that food out.
I'm trying to tell you.
And I know that you got some cash. Because
Yeah.
the barbershop spends a lot of money.
Right. You know, I was working in there. I had left from over there. And then I went on my own.
I mean, well, let's talk about that first. Was it lucrative? How did food and hair
mix? Clientele.
So it was excellent.
Yeah, clientele.
And they can smell it.
Exactly.
Right in their nose. You're cooking it right there under them. Mm-hmm. So you did well.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep. I did pretty well for myself. I was able to pay my bills.
Barbers?
Mm-hmm.
You might want to think about that kitchen.
Yeah. They enjoyed it. It was a learning experience.
Okay.
I learned the public there. Right,
because when you're working in a restaurant environment, you don't interface with the public at all.
Because you're on the line.
You're in the kitchen. You don't
They
deal
don't
with
see
them
you.
folks
You don't
out there.
deal with, even when they complain, it goes through all of these people before it gets to your front. And
there you go.
So now you learn how to deal with
You just see the food come back.
Yeah. This one lady, my first day there, I had like some samples.
Mm-hmm.
And I took it in the room where she was getting her hair cut. I took it to her. And she mugged the crap out of me and gonna say something, I'm getting my hair cut. I can't eat that. So I walked away.
She didn't get it?
Nope. I walked away. Walked away, with my tail in between my legs.
You supposed to get your
shit
and go home.
You supposed to stomp down. I can't stand y'all.
Real talk.
Yeah, I turned around.
Okay.
I sucked it up.
Okay.
I kept doing it, handing out little small stuff because people don't trust it if someone don't vouch for it. So you got to give things away for free.
I'm here to say it.
I started doing that, and then it started bringing me attention. And of course, it started when I would start cooking. It had a place smelling good.
That's the number one thing. That nose is hot.
Yeah, and it's funny because he still cut my son hair, and we was talking about it, and he was just saying like, "Man,
want you back?"
No. He just was basically saying like, man, it smelled like food in there when she wasn't even in there. And I'd be sitting there like, I didn't even think about it like that. And he was like, yeah, it still smelled like food. I was on the walls.
You was on the wall. That's it. That's business right there.
Yeah. So it was, I needed that. I felt like that was a test from God. If this is something you really wanted to do, I want to see you pull this off.
You had to really go to the customer.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
So you're learning. Actually, cooking is teaching you.
Yep.
It's teaching you how to deal with people, dealing with adversity.
Yep.
That you don't have to run home when you're angry.
Nope. It wasn't no home to run to no more.
Ooh, let's be clear because we lost everything.
No home to run to no more. I still had my home, but I didn't want to disappoint my boyfriend who actually took the responsibility to, help me at a time where I was trying to find myself.
Very supportive. That's excellent. Yeah.
So it was
Shout out to that black man.
Yeah,
Molly and Mary. Excuse me, sis. Shout out to the boyfriend. You know,
yes.
Pardon me. Okay.
I I definitely.
Gotta be real. I mean, because I said to the black man, you don't have to be black.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
He's
boyfriend.
definitely black.
I mean, I was just saying that.
Yeah.
Shout out to the brother. And that's what's up. I mean, we gotta support each other.
Of course.
So then, how did we get to Dream Street
Cuisine?
How did that come about?
It took me a while. Here go another trial. It was like a roller coaster. It was a roller coaster. Sometimes trying to tell you.
Six Flags.
My first business name was Creative Creations.
Really?
Yeah, because I had my juice. It's not. It is not. It would not stick.
That sucks.
It would not.
Creations. What?
Seriously.
It doesn't say
because
nothing.
the reason why I named it Creative
But
Creations.
It don't sound nothing about food. It sounds like you making clothes.
Okay, so now I get it.
You get what I'm saying? Creative. It don't sound. What?
Right. So
really, it sounds like you creating fashion.
Right.
Like,
I created.
Creating pound cake? No,
you and this pound cake.
You ain't saying nothing.
You know, I got to bring that pound cake up. Really? So creative. You don't like the name G?
He's not wrong. I didn't like it.
He didn't even give it a minute. He's like, that's a horrible name. I'm glad she didn't like it. Because he said it immediately. That was horrible.
No, I couldn't. Oh, no, it wasn't going to stick.
It would not. I tried. Yeah, I did.
I'm glad you gave that one up.
Yeah, I tried.
I love it.
I tried.
Well, so why did you give it up?
Because it didn't stick.
Why not?
Really?
It did not stick. It did not stick.
Yeah.
It just like no matter what I did with it, I just kept looking at it like something not right. But I was trying to present myself to the world.
Yes.
So I needed something.
You don't say.
So
I mean, you said that name. He said that was horrible immediately.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. Even like my little cousin was like, and I was sitting there like I had to defend it because I'm like, it'll grow on you, and she like, okay,
and it didn't grow.
No,
not even on you.
No, it did not stick. Even I'm telling you, it did not stick.
I agree. I'm not saying it's horrible, but it's a hard one to think somebody's gonna come cook for you.
Right. So
yeah. So G,
I went back to the drum board.
It was a hard one. Not as horrible.
I got to keep it a whole buck on that one.
Whole 100.
Yeah, I had to go back to the drum board.
Okay, and is that the next name, Dream Street, which is much better.
Yes.
Dream Street Cuisine, I could deal with
Dream Street Cuisine came to me better than Creative Creations because I sat there and played and played and played and just could not do it. And it was like, what the hell is wrong with me?
Okay.
So Dream Street Cuisine, I like to explain this.
Okay.
Because when I came up with that name, I started identifying myself. I knew that I wanted to cook. That was my love. I knew that my dream was to work for myself. I hated having jobs. Y'all heard my stories.
We hate school.
Yep.
We hate jobs. Anything with structure, y'all. Y'all got it, Jeff?
You got me there.
Okay.
You got me there.
That's why it was like, I'm creative. Just Creative Creations. I don't need no structure. Just Creative Creations. I don't even know what it's going to be for real. It's just going to be something creative.
I'm trying to tell you.
Creative Creations.
Yeah, I was creating something.
It might be some Jews. It might be a clothing line. Creative Creations.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
And that was not creative.
No, I just do that out there like a boomerang. It did not come back the way I thought it was.
So Dream Street comes along.
Yeah.
Dream Street, it's really great. It's rhyme. It's a subtle rhyme.
Dream Street Cuisine. Yeah, it's a rhyme one. That's what we're going to wrap in a minute. But we're going to get to the pound cake moment.
You keep doing this right.
Yeah, we're going to get to that later.
Dream Street Cuisine. It's been my dream since I've been doing it.
Sure.
To work for myself.
Got it.
That was my dream
that
right
was
then and there.
Across the board.
Yeah, I was saying that before, the skill actually took place.
Got it.
Street, I'm a Baltimore City girl.
Real talk.
So, I grew up on a lot of streets, avenues, boulevards.
Where you grew up at? Let's say where they for a little bit.
West Baltimore.
Okay.
West Baltimore. But I have a big family.
Got it.
So we were all over the city.
So you experienced Baltimore.
All experienced the crap out of it. Once my sister taught me how to get from point A to point B, I didn't need her no more, and I just started doing it on my own. Wherever I wanted
running
to go.
Them streets.
I did, but I was not as bad as some of the other people I was surrounded by.
Well, I don't know. You were bad enough to be an alternative school.
No. Come on, don't sleep on an alternative school.
I love it.
Do not
I gotta say a
come
word.
for the alternative school.
For you, Shade.
Because alternative does not always mean you're the bad kid.
Right.
It does not.
That's what the people who go to the school say.
That's true too. That's true. I'm gonna stand up for it, y'all.
But the folks who don't go to school,
Yeah,
be bad
I'm trying
as
to
hell.
tell you. I'm just saying it can be some kids in some regular schools, you know, they be bad too. They just as bad.
You know what? In
Right.
my time, they didn't have alternative, but I needed alternative. I mean, honestly, I was not a good student. I disrupted the class. Everything you're saying, you know, because I just wasn't.
Right.
But I couldn't go home. I would get killed. See,
Right.
you lucky to go home. That's a new generation.
Yeah.
That's what you.
Right. There was nobody. There was if you went home, there was somebody there waiting for you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Or the neighbor. You know, it was a village in the neighborhood, so they would tell on you. You got to stay
Full
far
of
away
snitches.
from. Oh, full of full of snitches in my neighborhood.
Village full of snitches.
Real talk. So, in my area, they didn't have that alternative. They had in school suspension.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they would suspend you, and then you would come to the school and disrupt the school again.
And they had paddles.
And they could hit you.
You catch them hands at school.
Yeah, real talk. We used to catch hands and paddles. Yep. So
Get shook.
that would have helped probably but I still graduated from high school because if I couldn't live in my mother's house.
Yeah.
So I did do that, but I think alternative. I'm not saying it's bad, but he's not saying it's good.
We had a teacher that would pick you up and shake you, and that can't be good.
Child abuse.
Yeah, she.
You don't even get it. How I got the paddle
Y'all couldn't hear that.
in middle
shaking
school.
sound.
My assistant principal would tell you,
Yeah, it was
clutch the desk.
Yeah, it was the vice principal.
The vice principal did the beating. All that went away probably in your generation, but that's what we went through. So you were almost scared in school.
You got an alternative
Yeah.
school.
See, you went alternative, and then they was having a good time.
They were just
Yeah.
alternating the left and the right.
Real talk.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
we're not coming for it. G's coming for alternative. I'm
Yeah, he
not.
keep trying it over here in this chair.
It's
all right.
and he gonna see some alternatives, ain't he?
I'm trying to tell you, they're gonna pull up with you. I'm trying to tell you.
because I know there's a lot of people went to alternative around this joke.
I'm trying to
We
tell you,
got
they
some alternative
pretty
stuff
deep.
going on in these streets.
Yeah, no, I think they just blend in now.
She said they just blend in like they're a different population.
Yeah.
Like they're aliens.
Yeah, if at
You're
one point
funny.
in time you can separate them, now it's just like
Everybody's alternative back. So Dream Street Cuisine, let's get out.
Yeah.
Can you stop coming for her school?
yeah.
We all good.
Okay.
Dream Street Cuisine. Cuisine, you know,
What that mean?
most people.
That's just food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cuisine is food.
Most people, when they see an African American, they instantly think soul food. Instantly.
Instantly. Chitlins,
There we go.
collards.
How about that?
Really, that's always a macaroni and cheese.
There we go.
That's all we eat.
Yeah.
Right, but you came up and you learned in a traditional kitchen
There we
at
go.
steakhouses. So that's
The
where
stadium where they was cooking
right.
some
So
cute
that's
shit.
that was where your
Stuff. I
training.
know they was cuting up stuff at the stadium. Yeah.
That was where your training
There we go.
is. So
So what is the cuisine of Dream Street? What do you specialize in? Asian? Do you fuse
No, I
different?
do. American. The reason why I say American is because America is filled with so many different nationalities.
Right.
So when you say that, you can't label it one thing.
Okay.
You know, I'm good at multiple things.
Okay.
I'm not gonna, put myself in a box. I
Okay.
never was a box person.
Okay.
I told you I left school, so
right,
you couldn't leave me in
no
a box.
structure, creative creation.
The only box you
So
like
everything.
is
Yeah.
just creative. I am like, what is going? Gee,
So
Oh, we could.
we could. Only box she like is the house.
yeah, I really do.
Black box.
I
she
really
like the
do.
box. That's
I
true.
do. I do.
Okay.
I like that one.
So Dream Street Cuisine is not soul food, guys.
Not
No.
specific.
Not specific.
Specifically.
She can give you that, but
Yes,
that's not what
no.
you're rolling with.
No.
You could do anything. Okay, so you said your specialty is pasta. Did you tell me that?
I create my own pasta dishes.
Okay.
Yes.
Give us an example when you say you create all, because that was a little.
I create
So
my
the
own
chitlins.
sauces. No, I would not dare put chitlins in a pasta dish.
Okay, so what's a
No,
creation
no.
that you've done? I want to hear that.
The first one that I created was a Baltimore style pasta. It had seafood in it
Okay.
with linguine noodles, shrimp, mussels, crab meat. So it's the pasta. It's the
What
gumbo
kind? A
style
white
of
sauce?
pasta. It's a red sauce.
A
It's
red sauce?
tomato-based sauce.
Tomato-based sauce. Okay.
Yep. Basil. I love herbs in my red sauces, my tomato sauces. I love herbs. Fresh
Okay.
herbs,
Fresh
garlic,
herbs. Okay.
thymes, rosemary, oregano. A lot of
I'm
olive
getting
oil.
hungry.
A lot of olive oil.
Love olive oil. Okay.
That's probably happened when you watch The Sopranos too many times. But the pasta thing, I found interest in because they don't expect that from you. They don't.
Stuff is macaroni and cheese.
There we go.
If it's out of that, you're not getting no red sauce.
There you go.
That's not what's going down at.
Recently,
and a weenie.
There we go.
No, that's not us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Recently, I created one with a mushroom cream sauce.
Ooh.
With the chicken. I stuffed the chicken with cream cheese and spinach. It's a really dope dish. It's on my page. You know, I put effort into the things that I do because it's the only way people are going to recognize you. You know, everybody go around doing the same thing.
That's true.
What makes you stand out?
That's true.
So I had to end up doing something I liked, and pastas was my thing.
That's your thing.
That's my thing.
Well, I'm going to taste some of this pasta one day.
Of course.
I definitely am. So So what's the trajectory of Dream Street? Are you looking to do brick and mortar? You know, because a lot of chefs want to have restaurants. You know,
of course. But for
are
me,
you looking to have a carryout with half and half chicken box with some pasta in it? I mean, what's the trajectory for Dream Street? What do you want to take
my
it?
first assignment would be a food truck.
Good assignment, sis.
I want that first because I want to touch as many people as I can. I don't want to leave it up to people to come to me.
You want to get out there with the people.
Like I've been doing.
That's the best way.
Like I've been doing.
Down.
There you go.
Real talk.
You know,
Are you still
I want to
selling
travel
food like that way?
Yeah.
Really? Still going out and selling really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. So that's what Dream Street does now.
Yeah. You know, you got to touch people.
Because I'm trying to see how you hustling your
you.
food. Yeah, how you getting your food out. So you're doing parties too?
Yep.
Or
I do catering.
Okay.
I didn't open up doors to private chef dinners, personal chef. Like I go to people's homes and I cook for them for the week.
Oh.
You know, I had to open out the
like
doors
meal
to bring
prep
in.
for
There
them.
we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So there's so many things you can do.
Yep.
So food truck, you want to be on wheelshops all day.
Yeah, I want to start there first.
Like that's a great spot.
Yeah. You know, to me,
Who gonna drive
me. Me, you know, I'm gonna come through whipping. You know, pulling up on them.
I hear that. Okay,
definitely.
So where do you cook? Where you at? I mean, how do somebody get some spot pasta?
Yeah, I move around.
So how they hit you?
You call. Oh, I post it on my page. I'll let you know.
Let's go. How does the people get to Dreams?
Of course, you go on my you can go on my website, Dream Street Cuisine Catering LLC.
Okay.
You can go on Instagram, Dream Street Cuisine LLC, and the street is spelled ST.
ST. Okay.
The same for Facebook, Dream ST Cuisine. You look on all three of those pages. I post menus. I post them on my page. I put them on my Insta story. I post it on my Facebook story.
So everything you're doing is about food.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
No underscores.
Everybody,
No underscores.
The
name is so long, you know.
You can't put nothing else in it.
No.
Is there a dot in there or is just ST?
No, everything runs together.
I just want to make sure.
They don't even let you put dots on social media.
You're right.
They do not let you put dots.
I'm
trying to tell you, up a score, a slash.
But not no dot. You're right.
Not at all.
So Dream Street Cuisine is it's really a mobile service already. So you getting a food truck only just puts it in a certain place.
There you go.
Got it. Okay. So that's how they get in touch. Is there a number connected to your business?
Of course, 443-801-8202.
8202.
Do not call me after 9.
After 9, no calls, family. Y'all here don't be serving her life.
I'm trying to tell you,
because
y'all
she comes
it.
for it. She's alternative, y'all.
I sleep.
Y'all
I'm trying to tell you.
Y'all don't want no problems with alternatives. They comes for you. Okay, so that's amazing. So another food truck. I love it.
Yes.
Because when I see the food trucks like at a event, it's amazing. All this food. You know, so
you have so many options.
And Baltimore is becoming a food truck bevy.
And it is.
I don't
really
know where this
good.
came from, but these food trucks are coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, because
everybody who has a restaurant has a food truck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Sharif, he got the spot. Sharif got 2 trucks.
Yep.
You know, so everybody's kind of like doing that, and It makes sense.
Exactly.
Get out to the people.
Because with a brick and mortar, you're in one spot. And people got to come to you.
Sure.
But in my case, I'd rather touch the people. And then I feel as though I have the bug. Once you touch them, they'll come to wherever you are. And that's what I'm working towards.
I got to talk to you about this. I'm going to talk off mic. Yeah, but I like it. All right. So we're going to do the food truck. And Dream Street. So food truck is the trajectory. That's what you would rather do than to actually have a restaurant per se.
Not to start with.
Not to start
with.
How long has this been a business, Dream Street? Since 2016?
Yep.
Okay. So you're like 4 years in. Okay, and you've seen significant growth?
A significant... I can't get it out.
I see your eyes.
You changed from creative creations to
I hope that it haunts you in your dreams tonight. I really do.
Creative, you should have never said that, sis.
I hope it rides your back like a witch. I hope it just do not let up.
Because he loves that creative.
I really...
But it's the same words with...
She already know what time it is. It's all right.
Now that I wrote it, I'm like, really?
Yes.
I just wrote it and I'm like, really? I don't think that would have stuck.
No, it didn't.
We're going to leave. This is horrible.
This is the last
one. You ain't never coming
back. Yeah, you better not show me where your car is at, because I'm going to find a bumper sticker and put it right on the back of your car.
Creative creation. Bam.
Yep.
And everybody going to peel up a piece of it.
Yep.
Wow, creative creation. All right, are you done with creative creation?
I am.
Okay. He's done.
I'm done.
For now.
Because, you say a lot of things that you could just throw it in.
Of course.
You're opening the door to him. Can you close his door? That's the problem. Okay, so we're moving to the pound cake moment. You got your track, G?
We are not doing this.
Pound cake moment. So it might be a poem. It could be, you might be lettucey. It might be, a scripture. Talent has so many forms that you can, give. If not, then it's all good. We know you the food lady, so we get it. We know you cook.
Yeah, if you would have blindfolded me and gave me a pan, I made something happen in here.
But they can't hear pans.
Yeah.
Well, they can hear. They can imagine.
Oh, yeah, they can hear. They get loud.
Clink, 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 clink,
That's right, they do get loud. You probably can make some music with the pan.
Yeah, when you get bored in the kitchen, things happen.
You not Cardi?
Not at all. Not at all.
She was like, no, sir. None of that, eh? No Nicki. You ain't got nothing in you? No Riri?
No.
Beyonce? Sing a ladies? None of that.
I mean...
We can make it happen.
No. Some Sade.
There you go. Your namesake.
My mother was a thief. She shouldn't have stole that lady name. She shouldn't have stole that lady name.
She ain't the only one. It's a lot of Sades out here.
It's too many.
Yeah, it's a lot of Sades.
I went through school with.
It ain't got nothing to do with it.
Not at all.
Because Sade is a bad artist. There's a lot of Sades.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Yeah, she's special.
We had so many Sades go to school. They started calling me by my last name.
Really?
Really.
So that's why you Chef Day.
Yeah.
Why you say that your mom stole that woman's name?
Yeah, she shouldn't have stole that woman's name. She shouldn't have.
Is that who she named you after?
She did.
Oh, really?
I got a second hand name.
Yeah,
she wanted to give it to my sister.
Oh, and
her dad had a name for her. And she was, I guess she kept it tucked for me.
Somebody had to be Sade.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So no talent. You done talk your way out of the pound cake moment. Okay. That's nothing.
Yeah. I'm not gonna embarrass myself on here. I have people that I'm gonna make sure listen to this.
This is family. There's no
and
embarrassment.
They're gonna ignore the whole interview and crack jokes on me trying to rap.
No, they're gonna crack jokes on us.
Here we go.
They're gonna crack jokes on the talent. They're going to crack jokes on us coming at you about alternative school, and they're going to crack jokes about creative creation.
I know.
He just cannot leave it alone. I'm trying to tell you.
You brought a lot of stuff up. You brought a lot.
This was so fun.
You brought a lot of material for us.
Yeah.
And we appreciate I would never look at you and say alternative. Would you? I mean, you don't even have that. alternative look. I mean, because alternative people, or creative people, they do things to the, I seen this guy, he was so artsy, holes in his face. They do things that, people don't, you're just regular.
Wow.
Yeah.
You look like a regular being. You said that everybody alternative is now regular. That's what you said. Everybody looks alike.
It's blending now.
You said alternative is blending, but I mean, you don't look like you're one of them go home types, but you is. You is. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
At
So
the
no.
crib.
Yeah, she at the crib, but no pound cake talent. You didn't eat the cake. She eat the cake.
Yeah.
Anime. She animated. Eat the cake. Eat that cake. So you didn't do that. You didn't do that, and you're not gonna take care of the Okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on, sis, because we enjoyed it. This was great.
Thank you.
And we got G the crack, because I'm usually the cracker.
Really? I did a good job.
I usually
now, if
stay
I was
on
shallow, it would be something different. But we grew up in school, alternative kids,
No, that's the only reason.
That's all you do.
No, the only reason I started doing that was because you said that. Because you said, like, you like the crack jokes and, like, that was stuff.
It's nonstop.
Well, it didn't happen in the first kitchen. You didn't like them damn jokes.
No, because those jokes wasn't funny.
Oh, okay. They were
was
dark
picking.
jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you did say they get real heavy in the kitchen.
But then, I had to loosen my skin up, you know.
As you got older too.
Mm-hmm.
And then bills got bigger.
Yeah.
you get humble when you got the bills coming in.
That's one of my goals, after I get my business, stable and on auto control. Now I want to talk to young girls.
Excellent.
That's like one of my dreams because, when I had my son, I just thought I was having a kid, but not understanding what comes with the kid and raising a kid and teaching a kid. You have a lot of responsibilities as a parent.
As a parent, yeah.
And you watch other people have kids and you think to yourself, that's easy until it belonged to you. And you find out it's not easy.
And you're the one doing the structuring and the bending.
There you go.
And that's a whole different movement. And it sounded like your mom was like, that's your business.
There you go.
Because she was like, go to work. Mom ain't trying to play. No. She was like, you alternative, you get some alternative.
There you go. I'm trying to tell you.
She wasn't playing.
Because
she was like, even though you got your baby, you got to work.
Yep.
She wasn't like, well, I'll work and take care of your
No.
She wasn't having that.
No.
So it sounded like your mom was, she was like, listen, you're going to do something. But that's kind of good. It pushed you towards your greatness. Sometimes you need it.
Yeah, she pushed, she kicked, she
you don't know what she pushed you towards, but she pushed you.
Yeah, she just knew,
Was she like that on your sister too?
No, my sister always, figured things out.
Oh, you were the alternative.
Yeah, I was the alternative one. Okay. My sister, now on the other hand, both of them hand to hand, when I became a little of age before I had my son, it was give. Mm-hmm. They gave me whatever I asked for.
Got it.
So,
because you're the youngest.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like, oh, okay, I like this. And then I decided to have a kid, and the giving stopped, and reality hit.
Because you got the baby. The baby getting now.
There you go.
You get nothing.
No.
So you had to become a woman. You had to woman up.
At a time where you shouldn't have to be a woman. And I didn't know that at that time.
How old were you?
I was 20. I had just turned 20 when I had my son. It was too young.
Too young.
Because
when you talking to girls will help.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. I believe that, like now, the world is too big to think so small. And then for me to teach my son something, my first time on a plane was with my son. He was 1 and I was 21. You feel what I'm saying? So you see the different lifestyles.
Yes.
It's still children out here who haven't been on a plane 30, 40 years old.
I know 50-year-olds haven't been on a plane.
Exactly.
I'm serious. I know one.
But your environment speaks for how you look at the world. And I looked at the world like the people around me had children. And to me, I thought it was easy.
That's a beautiful thing.
Until I got my own.
Until you got your own.
Yeah.
So, and you have not embarked on another, have you?
No. No. My son will be 11.
Taught you. 11. Wow.
11
so,
in April.
Yeah, you got to hurry up and give him a mate. Let me stay out of that.
See, the way this plan set up, I'm 31 and I have a plan.
You have a plan?
I have a 5 and a 10-year plan.
Okay, what's the 5-year? Quickly.
The 5-year?
Yes, let me hear that.
Food truck, from the food truck to the brick and mortar.
Okay.
Yep.
For Dream Street Catering?
Yep.
Cuisine.
Yep.
Yeah, because catering is what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Dream Street Cuisine, so you're looking for brick and mortar at some point.
Yeah.
But you're going to build up through the food truck.
Yep.
That's a great movement.
Yep.
Great movement. All right. Well, we really appreciate it. You made us laugh. G done came from, he don't really come for folks. So something we like about you. Yeah, he really don't get into that. That's something I do. So I'm a little surprised, but I like it. Do it more often, G.
When it calls for it.
Yeah, when it calls for it. Because she brought a lot. She brought a lot to the table. Started alternative. Moved into walking away from
we
all
gotta
the
leave
jobs.
that alone. This is getting it's starting to feel mean
it's cool
now.
Oh no,
No, I'm not trying to be long. I'm saying you brought things that we haven't heard before. You know, and no one has ever told us they've been to alternative school. It's amazing to hear that. I never knew what alternative school was. So for you to say that and give us a little education on it, I'm impressed. You know, because it's not bad. It's just kids needing another way to learn.
Yeah,
that's really what it is. So listen, I enjoyed this interview. You're a first chef, and you're in our young, gifted, and black segment, and we're impressed, and we're so happy to have you. I hope you cook for us.
Of course.
We want to taste some of this Dream Street cuisine.
Of course.
You should make a black box meal.
Got it.
Oh,
I got you. I
want
want
to
all
be black. No, you see? Did you see her mouth? I wish y'all could see her mouth. Won't be black.
If you want black noodles, I'll make that possible.
No, that's a lot. But I'm just saying, because I know you're a noodle lady. Okay, so we out here almost. LWT, Last Will and Testament. Holla ass. Leave something with the community.
Stick to your dreams. Believe in yourself. Don't give up for nothing. No matter what other people say, believe in yourself. Love thyself. Love thyself. Life is never going to stop as long as you placing your feet on the ground. Believe in everything that you do.
That's true.
And keep God first, because I promise you, when you walk with him, it brings a different light.
These young people, spiritual. I love it. Excellent. That's great. You're right. Believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in you, don't worry about nobody else believing in you. So, excellent.
Definitely.
So we appreciate you, G. You got anything? Well, you've said a lot. You have anything to say to our sister here, Dreams?
Thank you so much for coming in.
You're
it was a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to tasting some of your specialties at some point soon. And if you're listening, can you just one more time? Can you repeat your socials and stuff one more time?
Yes.
Of course. Instagram, Dream Street Cuisine Catering LLC. Facebook, Dream ST Cuisine. My website is Dream Street spelled out Cuisine Catering LLC.
Awesome.
Email?
dreamstcuisine@gmail.com.
Okay.
Perfect. So make sure you check her out. And also, if you're listening, make sure you subscribe to Black Box Radio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you're listening. Please subscribe and tell one other person at least about Black Box Radio. If you're interested in partnering with us, you can reach us at blackboxradio@gmail.com. That's BLAKBOXXRADIO@gmail.com. You can see all of our past episodes at blackboxradio.com or check us out on Instagram or Twitter at blackboxradio.
Yes, sir. Listen, again, appreciate you. And you have to come back. Got to cook for us.
Of course.
Okay. Good. All right, well, family, we're out of here. Our first chef, Chef Day from Dream Street Cuisine. We appreciate you, and we are out. Peace.